welcome to this seminar on ocean carbon sequestration and climate resilience. I'm Chuanlun Zhang from the Southern University of Science and Technology. Joining me as co-host is Yernar Sailybayev from the Caspian Environmental Consortium in Kazakhstan, who will also serve as a panelist today. Welcome you twice. It is our great honor to introduce today's keynote speaker, Ms. Evgeniia Kostianaia. You have to, repeat your name. Try to say it correctly. She is a consultant with the Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission of UNESCO, IOC, and the global coordinator of the UN Ocean Decade Endorsed Program for Early Career Ocean Professionals, ECOP Program, with over 4 years of experience in international ocean governance and a background in business development. She effectively bridges scientific research, strategic partnerships, and the empowerment of early career individuals. Her expertise spans climate resilience, very relevant to our topic, the impact of climate change on coasts and coastal economies, and multilingual communication. She's passionate about supporting emerging professionals and connects them with the global opportunities in the ocean sector. So that's Evgeniia. Today she will present on the topic, Early Career Ocean Professionals Program Strategies to Empower Emerging Professionals. Following her presentation, we'll be joined by 3 distinguished panelists, each with unique professional and academic backgrounds. I'll start with Dr. Afik Durrani, if I say your name correctly, from the University of Malaysia, Terengganu. Okay. As an early career ocean professional, she specializes in ocean acidification and marine microbiota, very relevant, urgent research topic. He excels at translating complex science into inspiring public experiences through storytelling and art. So you have to tell us a good story today about your work. His commitment to mentoring youth in ocean literacy earned him a position in the IOC UNESCO group of experts on ocean literacy. We all need to learn how to do that, enabling him to foster connections between people and ocean protection. Next, we have Dr. Shenghui Li from Guangdong Ocean University. Her research, very familiar to me, focuses on marine spatial planning, marine protection areas, and sustainable ocean governance. She serves as co-chair of both the Interdisciplinary Marine Early Career Network and Acting Knowledge Committee of the International Platform for Ocean Sustainability, IPOS. That's another emerging platform for global collaboration. Through her work with global and regional efforts, she actively promotes stronger collaboration between ocean science, policy, and society. And finally, but certainly not least, Mr. Yernar Sailybayev, my good partner in this program. He is the director and CEO of the Caspian Environmental Consortium Ltd. In Kazakhstan. He is a senior executive and project manager with over 20 years of experience in sustainable development, climate renovation, and strategic management. He also serves as the National Rapporteur on Global Climate Litigation for Kazakhstan at Colombian Law School's Sabin Center. and co-founded the ALMA Alliance for Ecosystem-Based Adaptation in Almaty, Kazakhstan. So that's a long but very necessary introduction to our speakers. For more details on their research, everybody can visit our website at www.global-ones.org. All right, so without further ado, let's extend a warm welcome to our speaker and panelists. Evgeniia, the floor is yours. You can share your screen and start your presentation for 30 minutes.
Thank you so much, dear Dr. Chuanlun, and thank you so much for this invitation to myself and to my colleague to be here today to present about the ECOP program from my side and to participate in the very vital panel discussion as well. So thank you so much. We are very honored to participate in this webinar today. So I will share my screen right now. Make it larger at the moment. Can you just confirm that you can see the first slide? All good?
Yes.
Yes. Thank
Good.
you. Okay, so we shall start then. So as Dr. Chuanlun presented, my name is Evgeniia Kostianaia. I'm the global coordinator for the ECOP program, and I also serve as consultant at the Intergovernmental Oceanographic Commission, or IOC of UNESCO. So IOC UNESCO is the ultimate body responsible for the development and execution of the UN Ocean Decade. So I will be talking today about our program, the UN Ocean Decade endorsed program for early career ocean professionals, which in short is called ECOP program. So ECOP stands for Early Career Ocean Professionals. Since our start in 2021, I think this term became really very popular, which is we're very happy to see. And a lot of organizations started to use this term. So now it's a much more widely used term than it used to be like 5 years or 4 years ago. Right, so I will be talking about strategies to empower emerging professionals or early career ocean professionals in our program. So let's start. So just a few words about the UN Ocean Decade in case some of the members of the audience have not heard about this yet. So the full name of this vital global initiative is the UN Decade of Ocean Science for Sustainable Development. It started in 2021. It will last for a decade, so it will end in 2030. As I said, the ultimate organization responsible for this initiative is the IOC UNESCO, with the headquarters in Paris, France. It was launched in January 2021, and it is really a global framework for collaboration among a wide range of stakeholders across the world, with the aim to collaborate and to find new solutions to the current challenges. The aim of that is to achieve the ocean that is well-functioning, healthy, resilient, sustainable, and also inspiring. This is a snapshot of the structure of the UN Ocean Decade. So as this is a very global initiative, it requires a good, straightforward structure, which will enable everything to work very well and function very well inside of it. There are different types of actions. So there are 4 levels: programs, projects, contributions, and activities. Now, to the left of this slide, you can see that as of September this year, there were 62 programs, 122 contributions, 583 projects, and 1,178 activities. So programs are the largest type of actions. It means that this action is really global. It encompasses many regions, a lot of countries, and it's really global in nature. A contribution can be in kind or financial contribution, and it usually assists programs in their implementation. Projects are actions smaller in scale, and they can tackle a certain problem or a certain country or a certain region. And an activity is more like a training or a podcast or a workshop, maybe webinar series, something that is even smaller in scale than a project, but something that also contributes to the UN Ocean Decade. So there are 10 challenges ranging from marine pollution to capacity development and to ocean literacy, effectively. So changing behavior between humanity and the ocean. There are also several structures associated with the Ocean Decade, such as Decade Collaborative Centers, Coordination Officers, Decade Implementing Partners, National Decade Committees. So these are all bodies that function in a certain country with the scope to cover a country or a region, again, to help implement these actions in a certain region or for a certain topic. A National Decade Committee is a body responsible for the implementation of the UN Ocean Decade in a certain country. So they're based in certain countries. There are now 43 National Decade Committees, and they basically deal with how to make the population of a certain country more aware of the UN Ocean Decade, how to apply for more actions on behalf of a certain country. Right. So I hope that has given you a better image of the UN Ocean Decade as a whole. And now let's move to our program, the ECOP Programme. So we were endorsed back in 2021 in June with the first batch of endorsed actions. So we are functioning already for 4.5 years. Our goal is to support emerging professionals in their capacity development and work by providing meaningful networking, training, professional development, funding opportunities, and creating capacity for cooperation and knowledge exchange. So I would like to highlight what definition we use in the program. So in many countries, a young researcher is someone below 35 years old, so younger than 35. We decided from the start to not use the age cap. So the definition we use is that an ECOP is a person that self-identifies as being early in their career within 10 years or less of professional experience in any field related to the ocean, so any ocean sector. So this basically means that a person can be over 35, they can be 40, 45 in certain cases, in case they have switched their career at a certain time of their life, and they're still considered to be an early career professional in the ocean sector. So this definition includes post-secondary students and any volunteer roles, so not only employed or paid position. The term professional is used to be inclusive of professionals from various sectors of society. So having said that, of course, most of our members come from academia, from research institutions. However, we really promote interdisciplinary work and research. So we are really welcoming various professionals from all kind of ocean-related sectors. So this can be people working in their own NGOs. This can be people working in coastal tourism, in fisheries, people working with citizen science, people from professionals from sports, divers and surfers and subsurfers, yachtsmen, even photographers, marine photographers. There are so many ocean-related sectors that can really contribute to achieving the ocean we want, to really promote this idea of taking care of the marine environment. Right, so this is the structure of our program. We are approaching a great number of 8,000 members in our global registry from 168 countries. So we have 6 regional nodes: Africa, Asia, Caribbean, Small Island Development States, Central America, Pacific Islands, and Europe. And so I can say that Africa and Asia were the first regional nodes. So there are the oldest, so to say. So there are also like about four years old, and they have been developing really in a great way. And then we have national hubs or national nodes. It means that each regional node has several national nodes beneath. So let's say Asia has several national nodes in the region, such as China, Japan, Thailand, Korea. Then we have, the same. We have about, I think, 14 national nodes in Africa. Then there are some standalone countries or hubs, meaning that they don't have regional coordinator above, such as Australia or Brazil, Colombia, Chile. So in total, there are about 60 national nodes. I'm saying about because some of the nodes are in various stages of development. So some are set up for a long time, such as China, for example, or Japan. And some others are under development, such as, Peru, for example. So I'm counting all of them in all various stages of development. Then we have 6 task teams. It means that these are groups that work among the regions. So they work globally. They work with the coordinators, with everyone else. Anyone can join those. Because from the start, we saw a lot of interest in ocean literacy, so we decided to create a separate task team on that. Training and mentoring is basically about capacity development, diversity, equity, and inclusion. Private industry is a group from Fugro, who came up to us and said that they would also like to have their own task team because, as I said, most of our members come from research institutions. So they said, like, okay, but private industry also has ECOPs working in the ocean-related sector, so we also should have our own task team. And then we have a group on deep ocean and ocean bridges. Ocean bridges effectively bridges early career ocean professionals with established experts. And we have also endorsed projects. Now we have 16 of them. These are the projects we got from calls for decade actions. These are the initiatives that they mostly relate to ECOPs and capacity development, and they wanted to be hosted under our program. Right, so this is our structure. All of this information is available on our website, ecopdk.org. You can easily go there, and if you are interested in something, if you want to join any of the task teams or find more information about any of these endorsed projects or work with our coordinators, it's very easy to find this information there, reach out to the coordinators, and join the node. If you are from any country that you want to join, there are communication channels and everything is on the website.
Evgeniia, I have a question.
Yes.
The 16 endorsed projects, are they all under the ECOP program?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
good to
yeah.
know.
Yeah. So now the calls for decade actions, they have this option that if you are applying as a project, then you can select which program you want to be hosted under.
Right.
So they tend to, tie a project with a program. So this is how it is happening now. It was not like this from the beginning, but from a certain call, from a certain year, they started to do this matching.
Right. That's good.
Right. So this is our map, where you can see all of the nodes that I just talked about. So you can see different colors here. It just means that if you see a red pin, then this node has been established and has been in operation for quite some time. A green pin means that this country is in a development, in the development stage. And yellow pin means that there is a group that is really working and is almost, so the node is almost launched. All right. So what about strategies, right? So the topic of my talk is about strategies to empower early career Ocean professionals. So I will just highlight here the main points of my presentation. So it's, I would say, 4 pillars that I would like to present to you today. So it's capacity development, leadership skills, presence at conferences, and having your voice heard. So in terms of capacity development, we provide trainings, webinars, and databases, and I'll be talking about it in a moment. About advancing your leadership skills. So now, we have task teams and hubs, nodes. Anyone who wants to be really involved and who wants to exercise their leadership skills, they can take an active role. They can join those task teams. They can join the committee, the coordination committee for a certain country, and they can actually, steer the node or steer the task team in the way they feel would be beneficial for the ECOPs in their country or ECOPs in a certain field. And we have seen tremendous skilled ECOPs joining these task teams and nodes who are doing amazing things inside the ECOP program. So let's say the training and mentoring task team, that they are running our webinars, and they have been doing a fantastic job. We have had 33 webinars so far, with great topics, great speakers. So I think this is a great opportunity to exercise your creativity, your leadership skills, to make connections with other organizations, to actually uplift your skills for networking and for organization of things. Then there are various cooperation projects, right? As I said, so every node or task team can come up with a cooperation project with another organization. So this actually advances your network immensely at a very high speed. Then conferences. So how do we empower emerging professionals at conferences? We do side events, and again, I'll be talking about it a bit later, and sessions where we give the power, we give the slots for ECOPs to present, to moderate, and also we have informal gatherings and those conferences where people tend to get together and meet each other in an informal way. And having your voice heard, we recommend ECOPs to participate in certain expert groups or working groups within the UN Ocean Decade. And I can happily say that since the start of the ECOP program, there has been a growing interest in having ECOPs as part of various panels at conferences, expert groups, working groups, organizations are really interested in supporting ECOPs to bring them to work together with established experts. And I think this has been working quite well, because usually ECOPs bring a lot of fresh ideas and energy, and they really want to change things for the better or make things happen. And we also run our communications campaigns where we invite ECOPs to talk about their research, about their work, about their career, to inspire also others, the younger generation, but also to, just to share their research, to promote their work, to have their voice heard. So these are just some of the results of our capacity development activities. You can see some numbers here. This concerns our activities from the start when we started doing that in 2022. So we did online trainings for ECOPs in Africa and Caribbean seeds. These were all online. It was still, kind of COVID times, so we couldn't do anything in person. And then we are having a great collaboration with Ocean Teacher Global Academy, and now with Capacity Development Facility of the UN Ocean Decade. Again, we'll be talking about it, providing more information in the next slides. We started our own webinar series in 2022. We have had our 33 episodes. Tomorrow will be our 34th, with different organizations and great speakers. We had separate webinar series with Sustainable Ocean Alliance, which is also a very widely known organization for the youth and emerging professionals. So again, we had, for example, a regional webinar with them for Africa, Asia, North America, which tackled specific challenges of these regions. And they have a similar structure as ours. So we matched the regional coordinators with them to work together, and these webinars were also brilliant. So this and last year, we had this great collaboration project on ocean data webinar series in cooperation with all these wonderful ocean data providers. And we talked about how ocean data can be used to tackle the 10 challenges of the UN Ocean Decade. And they were very high in demand, as they were very hands-on webinars where experts were discussing how you can actually access data, ocean data, what you can do with that, and how this actually relates to the UN Ocean Decade. Then we're also running national webinars in the local language, so like Spanish for Central America, Portuguese for certain countries in Africa. So I'm really happy to see that the national coordinators are doing that in their local languages, because I know how important it is to convey all the messages of the UN Ocean Decade to the audience in their native language. So this is the cooperation with the Ocean Teacher Global Academy. We started in 2022, and we've done 5 trainings since then. We have, we call it Blue Card Project, so Blue Capacity Development for ECOPs. And our 2 great coordinators, Annabelle and Gabriel, they are leading these great efforts and collaborating with Ocean Teacher Global Academy. The first 4 of them were online, and maybe some of you remember the training for ECOPs in Asia in 2023, or some of you have participated in that. We had a huge demand for that, lots of applications really. Of course, we unfortunately couldn't let everyone be a participant, because still it should be limited. But the number of applications we got really was indicative of the great need for such trainings everywhere, not only in Asia and Africa. We also had great numbers, but just indicative really of the need to have those trainings. And the 5th training we had last year was half online, half in person. So first it was a training online, and then it was an in-person training in Malta for the ECOPs from the Mediterranean countries. So this is a great way to empower ocean professionals because they get those skills, that expertise. It's absolutely free. So online, you do it from the comfort of your home. You need to do some assignments. If you are successful in that, you get a certificate from Ocean Teacher Global Academy. For in-person trainings, of course, it's it's a bit better because you are more involved and you also get to interact with other fellow ECOPs, fellow students, but also with your teachers and lecturers. So these are the slides about our webinar. So as I said, we started in 2022. And here I just wanted to show you exactly the topics that we have covered so far since 2022. So as you see, there were really there was a variety of topics, and it was ocean literacy and plastics, and ocean decade in Africa, blue economy, and citizen science, the use of drones in marine science. So this is the ones we did in 2024, and this is 2025. So this year, our webinars team really has done a great job. We did a lot of webinars, and I invite all of you to attend. I think our last webinar from this series tomorrow, called Demystify the Blue Economy, Trends, Pathways and Opportunities. So if you want to be featured in one of our episodes, you're all very welcome to reach out to me, and we can host you and invite you as a speaker. We are very open with that, and I think that great products, great information, great work should be shared, and ECOPs should be informed of the various opportunities, information that are available online. So I hope that these webinars have been very useful, very informative for our audience. So this is, again, another strategy to empower emerging professionals. These are our databases. So it's database, so we are running 3 databases and the stakeholders map. So the database of mentorship programs, this can also be, so all of that can be checked on our website. Database of opportunities, funding, capacity development, jobs, calls for action, and aggregator websites. An aggregator website is also just a site of another organization who is doing a similar job of collecting information on various opportunities. And also a database of ocean and climate-related networks and opportunities for ECOPs, which are more static. So the database of opportunities is more active, like, apply tomorrow. This is a concrete deadline, like in a week or tomorrow. Whereas the database of networks and other opportunities is more like, well, there is this working group, let's say Pisces working group for ECOPs, or a youth organization. So you can go and check there and see whether you want to join, or whether there is a travel funding there available, or research support, etc. Then we also started our stakeholders map, which is a pilot project it was a pilot project for Japan, which was now expanded to Asia. And we very much welcome your support in expanding this as well. This is like open source. So this is how it looks. It sits on the webpage of our ECOP Asia node. So you see the pins, you see just more pins on Japan, because that's where it started. And you can actually filter by the type of an organization. So here we try to collect information about any organization related to the ocean sector. So it can be a research institution, it can be an education institution, it can be an NGO, a think tank, but we thought it would be very useful for ECOPs, but also for the other professionals to know about what organizations exist in the region, because sometimes we saw comments and talked to people, and apparently in certain instances in certain countries it's kind of hard to know what other organizations do work in the ocean sector. Another strategy to empower ECOPs is to support them at conferences. And recently we have been attending some of the global conferences. So UN Ocean Decade Conference in Spain last year, One Ocean Science Congress, and UN Ocean Conference in France, in Nice this year, and the amazing Blue Wave Conference in China, in Shenzhen, just in October. So Zhang, my dear colleague from ECOP China, was one of the organizers of that. What do we do at these conferences? We set up side events and satellite event sessions. They might be called differently, and we talk about mostly capacity development, inclusivity, and ocean literacy. So here I just highlighted some of the topics, some of the names of those side events that we did. So as you can see, there are lots of aspects of capacity development that we targeted, especially interesting were those aspects of capacity development related to inclusivity, because now there are still a lot of barriers for ECOPs to uptake capacity development. So this can be funding support, this can be visa problems. Attending a conference is very costly nowadays in terms of flights, travel, accommodation, and even registration fees. So we are looking at ways how to gather information on how to get a funding grant to go to a conference, and anyway, how to make it the process easier for ECOPs. Then we also participated or recommended ECOPs to participate in regional groups of the Ocean Prediction Decade Collaborative Center. They asked me to provide recommendations for ECOPs to join their regional seas working groups. And then our ECOPs also participated in the Vision 2030 process of the UN Ocean Decade that led to writing of several papers per challenge around the time of the UN Ocean Decade Conference last year in Spain. And these are also the side events that we did specifically on ocean literacy, since we are talking about ocean literacy today in this webinar. So ocean literacy is a very interesting topic for our audience. ECOPs like to do activities on ocean literacy. This is very dear to their heart on all continents. People like to go to kindergartens to work with children, or to explain to the broader population about the importance of marine protection. So this is, I just wanted to also let you know that we have ocean literacy hubs in Asia and in Africa, again, because ocean literacy is such an important topic that we decided to create certain hubs specifically for those two big regions. So here you can see a bit of information about ocean literacy in Asia, and you can also find more information about on our website and join the group if you would like to. And here's also a glimpse at what our Ocean Literacy Hub in Africa is doing. So they're trying to implement the Blue Ocean curriculum in schools in Africa. So this is a ongoing collaboration project between ECOP Africa, Ocean Literacy Hub, and a company called Maizalu. So here I just wanted to again focus your attention on our website, which is ecopdicate.org, where you can find all the information that I have shared today, all the databases, information about the nodes and task teams, some information about the UN Ocean Decade, like the main terminology, the main structure, also the databases for opportunities, mentorship programs, etc., etc. All our communications campaigns are also there. And this is our online presence. So you can see the social media channels that we are running. LinkedIn is our most widely used social media channel at the moment. We are nearing 25,000 followers. The QR code here will lead you to a link to register, to subscribe to our monthly newsletter, and then you will be added to our global registry. So this means that if we have any specific opportunity for people from a specific country, we can filter and send this information tailored just for this group of ECOPs from this country. So I highly recommend you to subscribe. This is the same link. So registering on our in our global database and subscribing to this monthly newsletter. And if you have any questions or suggestions to cooperate with us, I'm very much looking forward to your email. Here is my email here, and I'll be very happy to answer any questions you might have. So this is the end of my presentation. Again, thank you so much for inviting me, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Evgeniia. That's you are very good at keeping time. You're sharp. Thank you for a wonderful presentation. Very informative, very inviting. You have a great platform for young ocean professionals. So first, before we move on to our panel discussion, I would like to ask about the design of your logo. It's a very interesting logo. Can you explain that logo a little bit? Who designed that logo?
Yeah, that was designed by one of our members already 5 years ago. So yeah, it was
Wow.
with us at the start. Yeah, so I think the idea is, I would say, unity in diversity. I think so. Because these three people are of various heights and with different colors. So I think we wanted to show that we are very open to host, to welcome various people, but they should be together. I think that this is the idea of the logo.
Yes, serving. Okay, great. We now move on to the panel discussion. We are once again joined by Dr. Afik Durrani from the University of Malaysia, Terengganu, Dr. Shenghui Li from Guangdong Ocean University, and Mr. Yernar Sailybayev from the Caspian Environmental Consortium Ltd. in Kazakhstan. Yeah, this is a wonderful ECOP logo, got my attention immediately. And Evgeniia, we certainly welcome you to join the discussion. So we'll start with Dr. Durrani. Let me start with you because I read some of your work, and I am interested in your transition from a marine biologist to an ocean literacy advocate. So how did you use your profession to promote ocean literacy? Can you please share your experience with us?
Okay, thank you so much. And hello again, everyone. My name is Dr. Afik. So as a marine microbial ecologist and someone who studies not just the bacteria, but also future ocean conditions, I'm working with two things that people cannot see. So when I try to explain my research to people, it is very challenging because we can't really, we don't really have so many tools to show them. And as you know, once people see, they get attached. So it's important to build emotional relationships between what we want, the message that we want to deliver. So I developed a few different projects with my colleagues, with friends who are artists, with my students. And over the few years, it has developed into a platform. And with my students, it first started with just um, a club, a student club that I was the advisor for. And it became such a big project that that club turned into an NGO called Sustainable Ocean Alliance Malaysia,
Right.
where the delivery of translating scientific knowledge to the public, especially to schools, to the community, was our main priority. So through that, we wanted to deliver not just a direct translation, but also to add on like an emotional relation to it. And most of the time, this is where art would come in, videography would come in, to deliver the science data, to deliver the package more effectively. And I guess that's how the transition is from a microbial ecologist researcher. I'm also a lecturer, so I use those two platforms to reach my students, and my students help me amplify that reach to the rest of the community, to the point where our policy or our governance has taken notice and has asked for our services as well as our advice. So it really is becoming the bridge between the community and the policymakers, as well as across ages. So giving that power to early career ocean professionals to be more in charge of how the message is presented and how their data is represented.
Right.
So yeah,
That's wonderful.
thank you.
How are you using any AI tools to visualize microbes?
We
For example,
yeah.
how do you visualize the unseen
So
majority, the
So we've
microbes?
done a few things. So the first thing that we've done was the culturing, but in larger scale, and then we resin it, and then we
Mm,
illuminate with the lights
right.
on different colored agars. But that was the first one, and then my student actually developed augmented reality.
Mm,
So and he's using AI to help him with the codes,
mm.
to basically scan the plates and then to animate it so that
Oh,
people and children are more excited about it, and it comes
great.
to life. And
Right.
then with the artists, they do embroidery artwork and they do imaging to
Mm,
help me capture the story of, for example, how does the future look like for symbions of coral reefs,
mm,
and how does the future look like for carbon cycling in the
oh,
sediment. So yeah, so a lot of stories that are invisible becomes
great.
visible and become more attractive and colorful. So that's the
Great.
strategy that we use.
All right, great. Thank you so much. All right.
Thank you.
So now, thank you again, Afik, for this very insightful, inspiring ideas, points, particularly to, to I guess to train other young people to work with you together. Now, let's turn to you, Shenghui Li, Dr. Li. Uh, you recently published a paper in the journal Innovation, which was co-authored by young ocean professionals from nearly 1,000 institutions worldwide. How did you manage such an endeavor? Put all people together working with you on that publication. Uh, can you also share with your experience about the impact of that paper?
Yeah, thanks. Actually, this paper was highly supported by Global One's program. So without Global One's, then we don't have this. So at first, I would like to thank you so much for the support to ECOPs. And I also would like to share the whole experiences. But I have to say, it's not. It cannot be finished by myself. It cannot be finished alone. So it's the kind of a joint effort in many ECOPs around the world. So we are collaborated through, because we attend the many international conferences, so we get connections with each other. So especially from the UN Ocean Decade Conference in Barcelona, and then we also have other connections, such as due to the connections and the newsletters through ECOPs and also ECOP program, and also the interdisciplinary marine early career researcher network. So we through connection with newsletter to say that we will have this declaration together. So that's why we expand our authors and collaborators. May I show a video from our ECOPs? So we also we shared this. We played this in the Open Science Conference in Xiamen, so in 2024 October.
Okay.
So I would like to share this video because it's just 1 minute. But okay, probably I can explain. So back to October 2024. So we had 92 collaborators from the global to the Global Ones program. So we have made the youth declarations together. So you find that we have many collaborators, the ECOP from 5 continents, the 6 continents. So we make recordings to show the ECOP support for the Global Ones. Okay, so this is our papers fingers. So you can see, so the orange dot shows the author's location. So we have 96 authors from 82 cities. So you can see these dots are from the cities, the locations of the co-authors. So we also make our call to support the Global Ones program and hope to collaborate together to address the challenge of climate change. Yeah, and we really hope to collaborate in the near future, and we also get a lot of support from ECOPs, and also we get some support from the Global Ones program, as Evgeniia mentioned about the travel support. So one of our authors gets the support from Ones program to the UNESCO to attend the One Ocean Science Conference. So thank you so much for the continued support for our co-authors and ECOPs.
Well, thank you so much, Shenghui, for your passion and enthusiasm in mobilizing ECOPs along with Evgeniia and Afik. I hope I'm sure it will continue to grow even after the UN Ocean Decade program. So yeah, keep going. Now let's turn to you, Yernar, my good friend. Although you have moved beyond the ECOP age range, you constantly engage in dialogues with the young people, and you brought your son to our program a couple of times. So
Yes.
currently you are doing ocean literacy and outreach to all ages. And I'm very impressed. You are particularly passionate about the Team Caspia Climate Innovation Hub project. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about that project and how you inspire young people like your son to be involved.
Thank you, Professor Chuanlun and my fellow seminar speakers. I'd love to talk about the Team Caspia Climate Innovation Hub project. and the United Nations Ocean Conference, third United Nations Ocean Conference, and the Global Ones Program Code of Conduct, as long as this seminar series continues. So Team Caspi is a climate innovation hub that has been endorsed by UNESCO as an Ocean Decade project this summer. We have established it to achieve the Ocean Decade goals, a clean ocean, free from the pollution, easy access to data, information, technology, and new ideas, and the inspiring ocean that highlights the ocean's importance for our well-being and collective prosperity. Our Decade Ocean action is part of Ocean Vision's global ecosystem for ocean solutions, GEOS, which is a group of ocean climate innovations hub in Costa Rica, Colombia, Ghana, Iceland, Kenya, Chile, and Tanzania. I'd like to thank Evgeniia for her support when Team Caspi was first being developed, and for her willingness to spread the word about the Team Caspi early this year, in January actually, to the UNESCO IOC community. We have quite a bit to do, so please keep an eye on our social media channels and www.teamcaspi.eco website for updates. In June this year, I was thrilled to be in Nice, France, at the One Ocean Science Congress 2025 and the third United Nations Ocean Conference, having been heartily invited by Professor Chuanlun Zhang to reflect on this experience and the scientific progress being made. I have published a video series of road stories, and these stories highlights the innovation in the blue economy and the ocean climate solutions, specifically viewed through the lens of the Caspian region. And one thing I've been thinking of a lot about is how important it is to build capacity and invest in knowledge. We need to move from just using the ocean, being really careful and respectful of it. So this means including different ways of knowing, like from local communities and indigenous people. It's also really important to invest in knowledge in all sorts of fields: natural, digital, social sciences, in all ages. For the Caspian community, which is not well presented in the ocean science, in global ocean science. This means setting up places where students and local leaders can share their knowledge and get a real connection to their waters. So we really hope that we will work more closely with the ECOP's program, especially Evgeniia. These big plans around the world will only work if we have the early career ocean professionals who will put this into action. And following our work with United Nations Ocean Conference, we, together with Professor Chuanlun Zhang, along with some very distinguished researchers, have put together the Global Ones Code of Conduct for research. And I hope it will be published in OLAR journal, Ocean Land Atmosphere Research Journal. It's quite a privilege to think that about our manuscript. It goes beyond the technical eco-engineering and sets of responsible, human-centered way of to look after the ocean. So on the main thing that makes the Global Ones program so strong, it's dedication to helping people build skills, so that the tools we need to fight the climate change and shared fairly all over the world. Our paper focuses on growing things by doing a key job of helping people build skills, giving the Global South a fair chance through partnerships and sharing resources, investing in the future with mentoring and training for young researchers, encouraging teamwork to come up with ideas that work for different areas, and making sure we have strong rules to manage and follow ethical codes of conduct. And by putting these things together, we're suggesting technology that that will help a global community manage it safely and fairly. And speaking of this seminar series, we are reaching out. This is outside China, on all major social media channels like LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, X, with 7 seminar recordings and 7 short videos, like TikTok format videos, and the numerous impactful posts, especially the post about the seminar 8 was a great success. Thanks to Evgeniia, thanks to Shengwili, sorry. And Afik Durrani. Thank you very much, everybody. And our audience is growing. To date, we have 500 Global Ones program followers and almost 500 registered listeners of our seminar series from all around the world, outside China. In China, we have lots of more people that following Global Ones, I believe. So, thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Yernar, for your enthusiasm supporting Global Ones, particularly through this seminar series, and for your sharing with us your enlightening experiences in Caspian Sea. I'd like to bring back Evgeniia to ask you something related to the growing ECOP, how to get future generations to continue this program. So given the uncertainty, the global geopolitical situation, does it impact your program at all to get people together?
The geopolitical situation. Well, I think that what we're trying to promote in the program is that professionals should work with each other, regardless what is happening geopolitically, because we are, scientists, and we care about the ocean and for the overall well-being, right? So we want to make sure that the ocean or oceans are all clean and sustainable and predictive, so because that impacts human lives as well. So I would like to say that the geopolitical situation does not affect this, so it should not affect. However, it does affect the work in terms of certain barriers for certain professionals to attend conferences or to travel, because we do see certain problems with visas for
visa can be a problem.
Yes. It is still a problem, and for example, for the Yernar Syndicate conference and for the conferences in France this year, we saw that quite a lot of people from the countries where they need to apply for a visa, for example, they never got it, or they do not get a visa in time before their travel. So this remains indeed a problem and a serious barrier. Now, I don't think we can somehow change this situation, because this is how things are. But what we can do, we can just suggest that any notifications from the conference organizers should be communicated earlier for those individuals that need to apply for a visa. because for many countries, you know, especially, well, I know from personal connections with people from Africa, for example, sometimes they even need to travel to another country, not even to another city, but to another country to apply for a visa, because they don't have the consulate in their own country.
Their
So
own country, right.
yeah,
That's,
you can imagine this takes a lot of financial
right.
effort, but also a lot of time. Right, so we're just trying to see how we can, you know, assist, but also conference organizers, you know, they started to help and support with that, especially when it is, you know, UN related organizers. They try to assist by either connecting directly with the consulates, you know, to try to speed up the process, especially in some really urgent cases, when it's a matter, you know, whether you get a visa or you lose your flight, or you miss your flight, you know.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you so much, Evgeniia, for leading this wonderful growing program, and thank you, Afik and Shenghui, for being great team players. And thank you, Yernar, for always being here with us with this seminar series. We're a few minutes late already, but this is a really wonderful seminar. Thank you all again. Goodbye.